Hi, Pisces. Welcome to this July forecast. I hope you'll enjoy this session. It's going to let you know everything that is relevant for you to know and why certain things are taking place. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Before I navigate the celestial currents, I have documented this sequence with total precision. And the sequence is the July 29th conjunction of the Sun and Jupiter. I want you to anchor yourself in this Jupiter-Sun conjunction because it is your gateway to an extraordinary new horizon. Align your heart with this magnificent frequency to unlock your true abundance and manifest your deepest magic, your deepest power. So, Pisces, July, it's a mandate for you. It is a mandate that the great internal calibration is going to take place. Look, I know that you are quite empathic. You're naturally inclined to dissolve your boundaries and merge with the world around you. You are the sign that feels everything. But this month, the cosmic climate are actually asking you for something a bit different. You are called to pull that beautiful energy back into your own vessel. Think of it as a sacred reorientation to get to know how it feels to give to yourself. By hitting the pause button on mirroring everyone else's moods and finally focusing on your own authentic frequency, you will stop leaking your energy and start turning your famous sensitivity into your absolute superpower. And that's what the heavens want you to know. The key planetary transits are Saturn retrograding in your first house. That means your strategy is structural accountability. You need to be accountable for everything you're doing. As I was saying, Saturn is essentially acting like a cosmic life coach right now, doing a thorough audit of your identity. It's forcing you to stop hiding behind that lovely, dreamy ambiguity. Why? Because I know it sounds intense, but Saturn isn't here to be mean, but it's rather here to help you architect a version of yourself that is solid, that is disciplined, and most importantly, hard to shake so that no one can take advantage of your goodwill, so to speak. Neptune retrograde in your first house. Your strategy is identity and alignment. With your ruling planet Neptune also turning inward, you might feel a sudden urge to just want to retreat into your own shell. And honestly, lean into it. It's okay. You need it. You've been playing the roles for others, other people for long enough. You've been doing it long enough. Consider this month a strategic cleaning of the decks. If you feel like napping, reflecting, or just disappearing into your own projects for a little bit, do it without feeling guilty. You're not being antisocial, you're being tactful. And that's very important. Being tactical and tactful helps you move forward in using the strategies that are brought to you by the Sun-Jupiter conjunction. Sun-Jupiter in Cancer, actually, in your fifth house is another factor. That strategy and creative strategy is needed for your foundation and for your sovereignty. As these planets light up your house of joy, you're being asked to reclaim your spark. It is time to stop worrying about that which gets you all these likes and approvals from the crowd. What actually makes you happy is more important than all of that. Prioritize the projects that make your own heart beat a little bit faster. The clarity intersection, the big shift, is happening when the full moon is going to be in Aquarius. That triggers your house of spiritual closure, which means while the Sun and Jupiter reach to an explosive, beautiful conjunction in Cancer, this is your clarity intersection. Think of this as your system reset. This is a great renewal. After you've spent the month debugging and doing all the deep internal work, this moment offers a massive sudden surge of resolutions. It is the exact moment when your newfound discipline finally locks into your creative heart. You will feel a sense of completion that clears out the natural clutter. This is your green light to finalize that vision of project you've been holding close to your heart. It is the payoff you deserve for all the quiet hard work you've been doing while everyone else was distracted. This is the time for the payoff. So your hard work isn't going to be wasted. And now let's see what happens next. What else do you need to know? We're going to take 2 more messages from this and see what it says. And it says the transformations are going to take place. What we talked about, your sovereignty, foundations, changing, transforming, it's all happening. And it's happening for a great reason. And the reason is to transcend you to the next level. Absolute transitions to the next level, to transcend you to higher level, rank you up in so many ways. That's very important. Now, the second message for every Pisces is grace. You are protected. You're in grace. Wisdom is going to be part of your growth, part of your everyday alchemy, changing areas of your life and reaching to levels of success and absolutely overcoming challenges. Now, I am going to take 2 messages from another deck here for the truth of something that's in your heart that you've been thinking about the longest and you want some answers or guidance to. 2 messages for every Pisces, and it says big happy changes. So the transformations that are coming, right? We have transformations and big happy changes. So not just happy changes, but major happy changes. And that is incredible. That tells me that you are going to achieve a lot of things that you've wanted for the longest time. I feel like the Jupiter Sun conjunction is going to add to that. Let's have a look. So in regard to your answer, big happy changes. The second one, in the very near future. It's all happening in the near future. Okay, beautiful. Now I'm going to take some tea leaves and see what they tell us. Important factors for every Pisces. And for those of you who are asking the question, I should actually mention it very quickly. Why do I do Aquarius and Pisces last? The reason for that is because I go in sequence. It starts with Aries, then comes Taurus, then Gemini. It's not about me. That's the way the zodiac sign is. So the last one is, second last is Aquarius, then comes Pisces. Pisces is the last one on the zodiac line. So that's the answer, the reason why Aquarius and Pisces come last. Okay, now this is for Pisces. And too many. When there's too many, I don't take them unless there's 2 or 3 I can do. Okay, we got the parrot and we had the bird before, so that was quite intriguing. There's 2 here, it's okay, and we'll just take 1 more. There's 1 more, maybe just 1 more. Okay, and that's it. That's enough. Right, let's have a look. What are the most important factors for everyone? Every Pisces, and it says the parrot. Now, the parrot is about expression. It's very important how you express your words yourself so that it's not taken the wrong way. You need to be tactful, but you need also to be quite in tune in regard to your expression. That's the parrot, connected to the Chinese year of the rooster. If you're dealing with someone that's connected to rooster, it is also connected, according to tea leaf, it says someone will gossip about your secrets. Okay, interesting. Then we've got the knot. Something is not doing well. Something is holding you back. There is a bit of a challenge in your life at this point in time. There could be unsuccessful plans, according to the tea leaf. The rat. The rat could be someone born in the Chinese year of the rat that you're dealing with. The rat is also about information. The rat is also about the year of the rat. And it is about someone that may be working against you behind your back, according to the tea leaf. For me, the rat is about information. Sometimes it is about spy work, trying to find information. And the rat is also about projects and multiplying. It's about multiplications. A younger person. There is a younger person in your life. It could be a feminine energy, a younger woman that you might be dealing with. There is the ending, and then we've got the ending. We've got the casket. Something's coming to an end. Someone's going out of your life. Or the end of a situation. This could be very much connected because they came together, the younger woman. There could be a younger woman leaving your life, or there could be someone that's ending out of your life. The casket is about endings and preparing you for transformations and new beginnings. Then comes the sun that brings you healing. It brings you vitality, success in every possible avenue. So I'm just going to put the sun over here and then move these a bit over here and bring this down a little bit, and let us continue on doing what we're doing. Moving on to the next level, which is 2 messages from this deck. What else for Pisces? The truth. And we've got, wow, rewards. There's going to be a great victory. Rewards for efforts and for a lot that you have done. There's going to be rewards. And there's going to be applause for a job well done. Maybe you're finishing a chapter, a karmic chapter, and you're being applauded. You might be dealing with someone that's Sagittarius. This younger person here in your life could be a Sagittarius, because that's a Sagittarius card. It says a little bit of patience, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of stability coming your way. A little bit of patience is needed, and things will be more stable with that. So that's very good. Let's move on to 2 more messages from this section. Here we go. Let's have a look. And it says strength and power. Oh, sorry, I should have taken the first one. Forget about strength and power. We're just going to take that, which is the intuition, and it's the high priestess. One more. I can't read the second one. It just doesn't work. Okay. So we've got something spiritual is about to take place in your life that's going to shake your life a little bit, because it's all a spiritual event, something that your higher self is trying to tell you. Maybe it's about a doorway that's going to open. Maybe it's about divine timing. Something is ending. Either way, it's spiritual, it's destined, it's liable to take place. And it is connected to partnerships. Now we have the 5 here. The 5 of challenges, obstacles and challenges. This shows that there is something ending. Somebody might be leaving someone in the cold and moving on. The 5 of Pentacles. That's a very challenging situation that might come to an end very soon with the transformations that are taking place. That's what's going to put an end to this. The transformations that are coming to an end, bringing an end to a very challenging and difficult situation that you might be in. So that could be very much in regard to this casket and the closure with someone feminine energy. Right, so that's that. Now I'm going to take 2 messages from this deck and see what else for you, my dear Pisces. And there it is. We got celebrations, because extra money is coming in, and that's going to help you celebrate and enjoy. Some of you might be having early retirement with the ornaments. There's mature investments, maybe. Celebrating, and some of you are finishing work, retiring, like I said, early retirement. Some of you are starting careers in retail or beauty, or some of you, there may be something ending and then in preparation for something new that's coming. So that's that one. Oh, and you have the award, the cup. This is about winning money. This is wonderful. I'll tell you why it's so wonderful, because it's connected to the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is being recognized and applauded by the universe for a job well done, for something you did well. And finally, you have a victory. In some cases, you might not see the victory, but it is victory. And for the heavens and the universe, it is victory. Now, you are being paid off for your efforts, and the winning money that you're getting is going to be the gift. The gift for all your hard work. It's a reward, and it's a victory. It could be a windfall. Play the lotto or the lottery. Very important when I see winning money. You see that? And rewards, and being paid off for your hard efforts, for you're recognized for everything you've done. Now, for some of you, there's professional work, there's fame, and there's advancement in your work. So that is truly magnificent. Actually, should take this one up here and put this up there, and this goes right there. That's better. All right. Now, moving on to the next level, which is 2 messages from this deck. Then I'll clarify for every Pisces. Let's see what else. Oh, here we go. We got 2 important messages. Okay, so we got Mars. Now, Mars is the planet of destruction. It is connected to the tower. And this is the removal. Remember I said someone is leaving your life? The casket. Someone going out of your life. This is it. This is the tower. The tower moment happens in our lives when someone or a situation is to be removed out of your life, and that is connected to this. They're actually letting you know that there's a door closing, and it's divine timing. This door is closing because the transformations are taking you to a new lease of life. So wherever you're doing now, it has come to an end. The tower is about the removal of something that no longer works. It's not feasible. It's not working for your highest good. So that person or situation gets removed so that you are prepared for what is coming. A sudden change usually does that. Something that may happen and might be chaotic, and there may be aggression, there may be impulsiveness, there may be anger. It does cause upheaval, but ultimately it is the stepping stone into your new future, into the renewal of a new life for you. So you are in grace. You don't have to worry. You are protected. So that is okay. It has to happen. It's time for it to happen. And we got the geese migrating, relocating. You're relocating. You're moving house. Migrating, relocations. And finally, you will actually know where you're going, where you're heading. You're not leaving anyone behind. You're just going. And something to do with faithfulness. Something about faithfulness. Connected to the letter A for Antarctica, a great change brings success. But you are relocating with the geese, without a doubt. Or some of you are migrating. Okay, that puts an end to that. Let's clarify some of the cards. Let's have a look at what the 5 of obstacles and challenges is all about for every Pisces. What is that? What's that about? Wow. Could it be about an end of a challenge? No. Okay, yes, it is about an end of a chapter because the world is there. You're ending a big chapter of your life and you are getting applause. Look at this. The 6 comes again in reference to this challenge. You are going to be given a lot from the heavens, rewards beyond your expectations, and victories for a job well done. You did well. You might have gone through a chapter that was difficult and you did well. Relocation with the geese, like I said. You are either relocating or migrating somewhere wonderful, and that's going to bring on the new change in your life. There is emotional fulfillment, an opportunity of emotional fulfillment coming up within 7 weeks, July 7 up to 7 weeks, 7 months. Because we've got big happy changes and we've got the near future, it could be 7 weeks to 7 months. Okay, a beautiful emotional fulfillment opportunity for you. Now moving on to what is hidden, what is the spiritual event that's taking place. The High Priestess, wow, leaving the past and saying goodbye to it. Saying goodbye to the past and leaving it behind. Feeling trapped and unhappy, that's the reason you are leaving. You don't feel freedom. And a lot of money is coming. You are destined for a lot of wealth and a lot of money generating in your life. Where you were torn, not sure what happens, you are going to be actually rewarded. You need to know that there is celebration despite of all this removal of someone of your life, but there is celebrations, there are changes, there is the sun bringing you a lot of happiness, there is a major transformation taking place in your life. And this might not apply to everybody, but I feel like the sun is going to bring you a lot of healing and a lot of vitality. This is also about success. The sun is about success, and the sun is about someone new that enters your life and changes your life dramatically towards the positive. Someone like a stranger changing your life with the sun. That's what it looks like to me. So when they said be patient, something magical is happening, something incredible is going to take place. And there is something a little bit difficult that's going to take place also, which is the migrating and the leaving of a situation or someone ending out of your life. That is a little bit difficult, but you are destined for big, happy changes. And that is, I'm not finished with this. You are destined for big, happy changes. And that is very important. with big happy changes. That is very much in conjunction to these two cards. You see, you got celebration because something happening big. Okay, we got extra money, and we got early retirement, and we've got advancement and investment. And then with the cup, it's about fame, and it's about winning money and being paid for a job well done. So big happy changes are destined, imminent for you, without a doubt. Absolutely, without a doubt. Done. I had to just wait for those minutes to hit the right mark. Okay, that's that. Now we're going to go into this, and look at this at the bottom. We've got the sun again. Just like I was talking about the sun, there's the sun. Now let's talk about the Six of the Wands, which is all about, like I said, awards, rewards, applause for a job well done, and a great victory. And that could be winning money, play the lotto or the lottery. Okay, and we've got, there it is, victory. You see that? For some of you, it's going to be some money coming big time in September. Could be connected to Virgo. There is the Virgo card too, earth energy. Could be someone that, actually, you might be dealing with someone that is strong fire energy. Part of the rewards, you've got three important factors. One, there could be someone very loving and very supportive and fire energy, and I feel like it's Sagittarius because that's the Sagittarius card. So that's possibly Sagittarius more than anything else. Otherwise, if it's not Sagittarius, that could be Sagittarius for the majority of Pisces, but for the rest could be Leo or Aries. And then we've got the earth energy here, very strong. The earth energy, we haven't got anything so I can relate it to. So I will say, this is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Oh, sorry, we did get Virgo. So it could be someone that's born in September, possibly. This is about Virgo, represents Virgo. Someone that might have Virgo in them that's entering your life. And also could be part of the reward. Could be a friend, could be a mentor, could be, a lover. And then we've got Cancer, and we've got July. This is about victory, overcoming all those obstacles that we saw here. Remember the obstacles with the challenges and obstacles that you are going through? Well, here comes the Chariot to the rescue. The Chariot is about overcoming all those challenges and becoming victorious. After a hard work, after a lot of struggle, you are winning. It's a win-win situation, overcoming it all. And it's all happening in July and 7 weeks after July. And it's connected to also someone that's got Cancer in them. They could have in them Cancer, Sagittarius. That could be also possible. Or they could be actually Virgo, Gemini. That's a possibility with Sagittarius in them. Why I say that? Because we had the Virgo. And this could be happening actually within September, because the Hermit is to do with Virgo. Okay, moving on to the next level, which is the Sagittarius card and Temperance. Being a bit patient to get your stability, to finally get to stability. You know what? I kept on seeing the Two of Pentacles. The waiting game is over. Within 2 weeks or months, you are going to start a new beginning. You didn't know what path you were going to end up with. You were torn between two situations, to go or to stay. That is going to be dealt with when it comes to money. Money is coming your way. And when this money comes, you see this extra money right here, extra money. It could be investment or it could be a winning money. Either one of these is going to be the cause of you finally not waiting anymore. You'll be able to move. You'll be able to get your own new place, and you're migrating and moving or relocating. Either one, you're relocating. In every way, it's repeating, double repeating and tripling that you are relocating. We've got the Two of Wands and we've got the Geese. All talking about relocation or migration. Okay, so that's why they're saying be a little bit patient. Things are going to be in order for you. They're all going to be sitting comfortably and happening all for you. You are destined for a new beginning, a wonderful new beginning that's going to give you a lot of clarity and some breakthroughs and a great victory. A victory is imminent all over the place for you. One more challenge and then it's going to be over. And that challenge is going to be the Tower, where you will be, a lot of truth is going to be revealed to you, and it's going to be exposed all of a sudden. You'll finally know where you're at, and you'll know where you're heading, where your path is. And ultimately, at the end of there is the sun after the moon. Comes a lot of vitality and a lot of success, and someone is going to change your life, and things are going to get better and better and much better. And I feel like this someone might have strong Sagittarius in them. They might have earth energy in them also. Let's leave this one now and move on to this other section, which is 2 messages from this deck. I'll just wait for them to come out for every Pisces. The truth. Okay. It seems like you might be needing a little bit of help because they're saying let your friends help you at a time where maybe something is ending and you've got to relocate. It says let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, this is very important. Ask and accept support from others. Let your friends help you. Now that's that one. And then it says flirting. Maybe you have been flirting. It says extended lightheartedness, energy to others. You've been flirting. There is something about flirting. Now that's that one. And then I'm going to take some messages from the heart to see what else for dear Pisces. What's been said, what hasn't been said, what's wrong, what is right, and what's happening. We're going to take 4 messages, one more, and there it is. Let's see what's coming and what's hidden, all of that. Okay. It says, your independence is sexy. Your independence is sexy. It says, your intelligence is so hot. So somebody really likes your independence and your intelligence. And then it says, I am scared of getting hurt, so I act like I don't care. I'm scared of getting hurt, so I act like I don't care. I love the way you carry yourself. Love the way you carry yourself. Wonderful. Now we're going to take 1 or 2 messages from the Chinese cookie to see if there's anything else we need to know. Anything else? We got 1. That's too many. And there's the other one. Okay, it says personal riches. So they're talking about wealth here. Very interesting. Wealth and commitment. Okay. So it says personal riches. Small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on their way. Finances could improve dramatically. But avoid get-rich schemes. That's no good. Commitment. It says a commitment is indicated around love or business. For some will be love, for others will be business. It will make you feel much better than you are feeling now, that's for sure. So whatever is ending, even if a certain job is ending, something more wonderful is coming. That's what's happening with all the transits. That's why I do the transits at the beginning, so that you understand why certain things are taking place. Because what happens in the heavens, in the sky, in the universe, with all the transits, they do affect our life on a grand scale. Sometimes we don't understand why I'm doing this, and why did I do this, and why did I sabotage that? Why am I building this? So all these questions finally get to be understood with the transits, and that's why I added that on. I hope you're enjoying it, because I personally love it. I love knowing the transits on top of everything, and when they combine together with all the tarot and everything, all the messages we get, and they become confirmed and reaffirmed, it just makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? Best wishes to all of you. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading. A lot of light to each and every one of you. Namaste.